Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today we are actually in my living room because I'm going to be cleaning out my IKEA greenhouse cabinet, which is this cabinet back here. This is my IKEA MILSBO tall cabinet. I've had this cabinet now probably almost a year. I do have 3 IKEA greenhouse cabinets. I have a MILSBO tall, I have a rudsta wide, and I have a double detolf cabinet. If you want to see how I cleaned and restyled my other 2 cabinets, I'll put them up here in the card so you can go ahead and check out those videos and then come back to this one. I haven't shown you guys my MILSBO in quite a while because honestly there's not much in here. I have definitely been cleaning out a lot of my plants, selling some, and just keeping the ones that really only make me happy. So a lot of plants in the MILSBO tall have gotten sold, so there's really not much in here. When I cleaned and organized my rudsta cabinet, the main focus was for the Hoyas, and I honestly love the way that the Hoyas look in the rudsta, but the thing is now they actually grown quite a bit and they're not fitting. So that's the situation I'm in, and I figured if I just move them into the shelf up here, they would have a lot more space, so then I can utilize the rudsta for some other smaller plants that aren't Hoyas, like all my seedlings and propagations and stuff like that. There's not that many plants down at the bottom, and that's because 2 plants in particular take up a lot of space. My Monstera Thai, my Monstera Albo take up a lot of real estate in this cabinet, so my space is quite limited when it comes to this cabinet, but I will try to figure out something. But like I said, the main focus is definitely going to be the top shelf, which is going to be surrounded by Hoyas. I don't have that many Hoyas, but I have acquired quite a few in the last few months, so that's why I definitely want to dedicate a space for them. So what I'm going to do now is show you guys what the cabinet is looking like before, and then I'm going to clean it out, and then I will show you guys how it looks after at the end when it's all finished. This is my MILSBO tall. I'm sorry if the camera is a little bit shaky. I am holding it to show you guys because it is such a tall cabinet. It's hard to showcase it with just the tripod. But as you can see at the top here, we got really nothing in here, and it's super messy because I've been taking plants in and out and stuff like that. And then at the bottom, we have the Monstera Albo and the Thai. These 2 are going to stay in here, but as you can see, they take up a lot of space. And then here at the bottom, we just have a few random moss pole plants that are just stuck in here. So I'm going to do my best to figure out this top section here. And since we're here, I'll just give you a quick rundown of what's in this cabinet because I'm pretty sure you guys are going to ask me what's in here. The pegboard in the back and the shelves that are attached to it are from modernaqua.com. My strip lights are Barina T5 lights. They are the 10 watt each. I have 2 up here, and then I have 2 down here, and they are connected with an extension cord on the side on the left there. I bought that on Amazon as well. I have 2 fans, which you can see, one here and one here. These are the AC Infinity USB fans. There are 2 fans that are connected onto the same wire, so it makes it a little bit easier for the cabinet. And then down here in this corner, you can kind of see in the back there that diagonal shelf that is also from Modern Aqua. I'm going to just take out all the plants now and give the cabinet a good clean, and then I'm going to start restyling. I just finished cleaning the MILSBO cabinet. I kind of stayed true to what I wanted to do with keeping the top section with Hoyas. However, I did end up messing with the bottom quite a bit. I don't know what it is about me, but whenever I start cleaning and reorganizing my plants, I end up having these crazy breakdowns where I need to cut everything and decide that I don't want any plants anymore. So that is kind of what happened. I ended up going through the plants that were already in here and decided if I wanted to keep them or sell them, and a lot of them are going to end up being on the shop because I just don't love them anymore, and that's okay. So that's kind of what happened in here. So I ended up moving a lot of plants in and out of the 3 cabinets in total because a lot of them are gonna get sold at this point. So I hope that you guys can see. It's just I have the camera on the tripod so that it's not so shaky, so hopefully you guys can see. I kept the theme with the Hoyas. Here we have the Hoya obovata. This one here is the Hoya parasitica splash. We have a Hoya australis lisa back here, a Hoya fungii right here. This is the Hoya sarawak. This one actually was a 1 leaf cutting. It was just this one here, and it recently put out these 2 leaves now. This is a newer cutting in my collection. I don't know how to pronounce the names. I'll put it on the screen. I recently took this cutting and moved it into pon. This Hoya right here is the Hoya glabra that I recently just got from Ecuagenera. This Hoya over here, this is the Hoya multiflora. And then in this corner we have one more Hoya, another Hoya that I don't know how to pronounce the name, so I'll put the name up here as well. That's pretty much all I have for Hoyas. So I wanted to include some of my pon plants because honestly everything up here is pon or leca, and I really do like how pon and leca looks aesthetically. So I just wanted to bring in some more plants that kind of fit the theme. This is my Monstera adansonii mint, and then this is a Syngonium aurea here, and they're both growing in pon or leca. I left some space in this section here because I actually have a lot of propagations I'm taking that are rooting in water that I'm going to put into pon and leca. They are gonna just end up coming in here, so I just wanted to leave some space so that I knew I had room for them. I put the hanging shelf up here on the pegboard. These are my little seedlings back here. This one is a bunch of seeds. I think it's like 3 plants. It's the anthurium queen. I believe this one is like a crystallinum crossed with like a dock block or something like that. I don't know. And then this little guy is an anthurium forgetii. So I did just stick these guys up here because they're tiny and they can fit on those little shelves. This is the other hanging shelf that I have for the pegboard from Modern Aqua. I decided to put in the variegated burl marks that I have in pon because it's little, and then this is the bottom cut of the Florida Beauty. This right here is the top cut of the Florida Beauty, and then this is an Adansonii, I believe it's Archipelago or Archipelago, I don't know how to pronounce it. It's this one here. Of course we have the Monstera albo looking fabulous. This plant, I think it has like 13 leaves now. I don't want to move it out of this cabinet. It does really well in here, so I'm trying to just grow it as tall as I can in here until it physically can't. The reason I don't move this plant is because it's super humid in here. It does great in here. It has a lot of light and it's starting to fenestrate, so I don't want to move it and I don't want to cut it. I really just want this plant to just keep growing, and that's why I'm very particular about keeping it in here because it does so well. So then we have some plants just hiding in here. We have the Thai hiding down here. This is a philodendron glorious. This guy here just put out a new leaf, so I brought it in here because it was in the detolf. I figured it would just do better in here. You can kind of see at the bottom. I'm not gonna like bring the camera down there because there's no point, only 2 plants. This one here is the Plowmani citrus. This is the one I just got from Ecuagenera. And then this guy down here, this is a bottom cut of a white wizard that I had. So yes, you guys, this is the cabinet. Had a theme in mind. I ended up not doing it. That usually is what happens to me when I'm thinking about cleaning the cabinets and reorganizing them. I don't know why, but that is what happened. I hope you guys like how it looks. I really actually like the whole cabinet now. I'm gonna take some reels of it for Instagram. This cabinet has been empty for quite a while now, so it's nice seeing it filled up again. I was contemplating selling one of my cabinets, but I think I'm just gonna keep them and see how I feel in a few months about them, especially now because the cabinets are super expensive at IKEA. I don't know if it's a good idea for me to really sell it because I might want another one in the future, but yeah, this is what it looks like. I hope you guys like it, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!